Hey there, beautiful friends. Carl here. And it is Sunday night, guys. And I am hoping that you all had a wonderful weekend. My weekend was pretty good. It was quiet. I stayed in the house. And I got some things done, which was good. You know, sometimes that's important too. But yeah, it was kind of a working-ish, kind of lazy weekend. But yeah, so today I am here, guys. I don't know if you remember, if you saw my unboxing of Brittany's beads a couple weeks ago. She had sent little free gifties. She had sent some beads as free gifts, and I said I was going to make some earrings. And that's exactly what I did. So, we are going to make the other. I made two earrings. I made two earrings, one earring of each. We're going to be making two separate earrings, but I did make one of each. So we are going to be making the other one together. So yeah. For the first one, these were the beads that were in my little free gift bag. And to these beads, I am adding, we got an eye pin. I think we only need the one eye pin, but y'all know how I like to be prepared. We're going to have one head pin. We are also going to have I think these are 3x2 or 2x3 crystals. You're going to want two of those. I tried to match up this color, and then I tried to match up this color. So that's kind of how I got to that. And we're going to be using 4. When I say 2, this is for one earring. So you're going to need, you're going to need 2 of each color per earring. And you're going to need 4 of these. I believe are like a 5 or a 6mm bead cap. And then we're also going to need 4 of these. And these are much smaller bead caps. I don't know. Am I in the, yeah, I'm in frame. Guys, I have my phone is like way up here. And it's hard for me to see, so I'm gonna try my best. Yeah, and then of course an ear wire. So these are the ingredients. Do you want to see the earring? And here's the earring. So this is what I came up with. I thought it was nice and beachy. It's nice and long and dangly. Comes with extra cat hair, totally free. Totally free on the cat hair. I know I'm a generous soul. But yeah. So that's what we're going to make right now. These are a little tarnished, but I kind of like the way that looks, so I'm not worried about it. I feel like it's cool and funky. I kind of dig it. All right, so let's get started. So first we are going to handle this teardrop. I guess it's a teardrop. Yeah, we'll call it a teardrop. We are going to encase him in some bead caps, and we're going to make him look like a fancy little eggplant. So we're going to put one of those bead, and we're going to use these ball head pins because I kind of like, they're decorative, you know. So then we're going to put on another little bead cap. So like I said, he kind of looks like a fancy little eggplant. It's okay. And then we're going to put on the clear crystal that kind of matches the crystal, this big crystal that was part of the kit. I'm going to call it a kit because I feel like Brittany gave me such good inspiration that she might as well have given me a kit, because that's what it felt like. We are going to need some pliers, so we are going to get some of those together. You're going to need some chain nose pliers. You're going to need some round pliers. You're going to need some cutters. And I believe that's all we're going to need for right this second. So now we're going to go ahead and pick up our eggplant, and we're going to make a simple loop here. So we are just going to bend the wire. Chaos, it's chaos over here. We're going to take our pliers, and we're just going to bend this wire right over the pliers by just kind of bending it and then doing these little motions with our hands. And then that will give us that 90-degree bend. And we're going to come over here, and I like to use my my fingertip as a measuring tool, and I kind of like to go right there about at the base where my cutters kind of are hitting my nail, and then I'll just go ahead. Oh my goodness. Oh, that must be the hole, y'all. I don't know if y'all saw, but I put a dent. And if you can see it, the little hole there, it's like a perfect hole. I put a dent in my pliers with some memory wire. Oopsie, oopsie. It happens. Listen, it happens. I didn't mean to do it. It happens. Anyway, I keep forgetting about that, so I have to use the baby end. Okay, now we're going to take our round nose pliers. And guys, I'm sorry if, I know my phone is struggling to focus a lot of times, and I do apologize. She's an old phone, okay? So we don't like to be, you know, real negative around her, you know, because she might be sensitive. But, yeah, she's probably going to be on her way out soon, so, in the best possible way. But yeah, she's a Galaxy 10, and I'm really looking at the 23s right now, so that's quite the jump. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I do realize that there is some, you know, factors of blurring and stuff, and I am so sorry. I do apologize for that. But we're going to work on it. When we get a better phone, hopefully that fixes things up. But she is a little bit of an antiquated phone, so it's to be expected, I guess. I've even tried the other video mode, the Pro Video, and that's even worse. So we're not even going to discuss that. Anyway, so let's take our pliers in here, and we're going to go, and we're going to make sure you don't feel that wire sticking up there, because if you do, then you're going to have an egg-shaped situation. What I like to do is I just like to do one little turn up, and then I'll go ahead and bring my pliers back around, and I'll just kind of do small circular motions with my wrist until you get something like that. It's not quite close, but that's okay, because now we're going to come in here, and we're just going to ever so gently and lovingly break that neck. We're going to place our pliers back into there, and then turn that circle a little more, and then that should give us, we're going to make sure that's closed, and then that should give us this. Okay. Is it focusing? All right. So now that we've determined that that will close, we now have to open it, because why not? So go ahead and swing that bar open. You want to swing that up, and then we're going to attach this to the bottom of our component. We're not going to be using any jump rings with this design. Make sure that that is open enough. But I try to, especially with earrings, I try to not use jump rings as much as possible. Just because, I mean, yeah, they can fail. I mean, there is that. But also, when you're doing earrings and stuff, I do tend to make longer earrings, and I would rather that length be like beads and stuff, you know, instead of jump rings. Because that's what jump rings will do. Now, if you need to add length and a jump ring is, you know, the way to go, sometimes it is, then you can go ahead and do that. But, I don't know. I tend to like to use beads for my length, so then I kind of sacrifice having jump rings in my design. So, yeah, that's just me, though. Sometimes you have to put a jump ring in. The next earring design does have a jump ring in there. So sometimes you have to, but if you can avoid it, I try to avoid it. All right, so now we have this bottom portion done, and now we're going to work on the top portion. So this is where we have our eye pin. And then we're just going to go ahead and we are going to open our eye pin like we did just now. We're just going to swing that up a little bit. And then we are going to attach that to the top portion. And then we're just going to swing that, oops, we're going to swing that arm back down, maybe. There we go. And then I just like to give that a little tappity tap tap and make sure that that is nice and closed. Okay. So now we are going to take our little blue guy that kind of matches. It's a pretty good match. I couldn't find any of the opaque turquoise ones. So we just went with the, you know, just the more clear one, which is fine. And then we are going to take our larger bead caps, and we're going to stack one. And then we're going to take this big old large Marge. And then we're going to go ahead and encase her in the bead caps. Okay, like we did with the eggplant. And now this, we are going to go ahead, and again, we're just going to do a simple loop. You can do a wrap loop here if you'd like. But this is a fairly long earring, and that will add length. And it's not that I judge you at all, because you can go ahead and do that. I say the longer the better myself. But for this exercise, We're just going to do simple. All right, so we're actually going to do it, though, we're going to make the loop going this way, so opposite of what this eye pin is doing. And we need to do that so we can be in the right direction for the ear wire. Okay, so we're going to just go ahead, put our pliers there like we did at the very base. We're going to start bending down, and then as we're doing that, we're just going to kind of chomp our pliers down a little bit until you get that angle. Then we're going to go ahead. Let's slide this down a little bit down here, and then we're going to make that cut at the at the front part of the cutters. There we go. Perfect. Ooh, I have an itch on my back. So sorry. Oh, that's annoying. Okay. Now we're going to take our round nose pliers, and we're going to go ahead and we're just going to make a simple loop. Going to make a simple loop here. I hate sometimes when there's a chunky bead here, it makes it a little bit more difficult, but we're just going to go ahead. And I might have started going too high with that, but oh, she's a P. Look at that. She's a P, but that's okay. We're just going to come in here, break that neck a little bit, right? And now she's less of a P. There you go. That's what you got. And now we're just going to swing her back open real quick. And then see how our ear wire is going up and down. So we kind of needed that to go in the opposite direction. So that's why we made sure that we made that loop in the proper direction. Excuse me. Oh my. That is not the right way. Okay, there we go. That one sounded all kind of Flemish. From the Flemish Isles. Sorry about that. I think I got pneumococcal syndrome or something. I'm not sure. Pneumococcal pneumonia. There we go. That's our first pair of earrings that we did with those free beads from our lovely Brittany shavers. Aren't they cute? Just a cute little dangle-do. How you doing? Walking on the beach? I'm fine. Thank you very much. All right. So, those were just fun, simple little, you know, and now we have just a little bit more complicated earring, but not complicated at all. It just seems more complicated. So for these earrings, this is what the free beads were. We had these two beads. And so from my stash, I am bringing in a head pin there. I'm supposed to have, oh, hey guys, you remember when I had that little extra bead the other day? This is where it went. I found its home. Give me 1 second. Okay. There we go. Weary traveler. Yeah, he was bouncing around in cups in my last tutorial. I really didn't know where he went. And this whole time, he belonged here. So yeah. So from my stash, we're going to bring in 2 of these little fire polishes. These were the ones that were in Andrea's box. I also have 2 little of these kind of shell charms. We are also going to have 2 small bead caps. These are 2, maybe just 1. Where did the other one go? See, this is what happens when I pick stuff up. It just bounces all over the place. I don't know where it bounced to. It's probably, oh, there it is. I spy with my little eye. They're probably like 4mm bead caps. This is, where are we putting the bead caps? Oh, I'm sorry. I remember now. We have a jump ring. This is a 8mm jump ring. You don't have to use one quite that big. An ear wire. So, oh, and we also have some seed beads. Yeah, that seems like a lot, but, oh, and we also need wire. But wait, there's more. We also need 22 gauge wire. Yeah, it seems like a lot, but it's really not. All right, so let's bring her in, shall we? La-di-da, look how beautiful, Miss America. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, so we're going to do this fun little kind of side part here. It's like a side part comb over we're going to do. And I just think hopefully I can get it on the other side without too much of a struggle. I say I hope. Okay, so you have all of your ingredients, so we know what we're doing. Now, let's, how many of these seed beads do we need? I don't know. Where does all the cat hair come from? Like, I mean, I know where it comes from, but I literally just, rolled this thing. So let's sprinkle a little out like dust, shall we? We know it's going to take Colin an hour to pick those up. Listen, let's not digress, shall we? All right. So first, I'm just going to make this charm portion, which is basically this beautiful disc here. We're also going to be using this little small fire polish, and we're going to be using the shell and the jump ring. So the bead caps are up here. We're going to put the bead caps around this guy. Just because I find that these holes can sometimes be a little sensitive to pressure. That one's already has a crack in it. I don't know if you can, am I focusing? That one already has a crack in it. So, and I haven't even used them yet. So, so I'm going to put bead caps there to kind of protect the integrity of the holes a little bit more. And when the design is finished, it kind of just moves right into the design, and it looks, you know, they look like they're supposed to be there. So I don't think that's a problem. All right. So first we are going to wire wrap this little fella. So let me just bring in those guys and this guy. So we're just going to straighten our, because he's got a couple little bends in him. I'm just going to straighten him out real quick. Okay. Just by doing that, now he's nice and straight. So we are going to go ahead and we're going to put our little fire polish on here. And we are going to be making a wrap loop. Looks like I did about 3 wraps. We're going to bring our pliers in. We're going to go about this far on the bead. Now, when we were doing our simple loops earlier, we were just bending at the wrist, so we were bending the wire within. But here we're going to be bending the wire over top. So we're going to get that in the pliers where you want it. And that looks to be about 3 wraps here. And then we're just going to bend the wire over the pliers. So you have this, right? We have this little bend, and now you've created a space in here. And in that space, we're going to fill up with some wraps. We're going to take our round nose pliers, kind of where we want them. We're not making a huge loop here over the mandrel. We're going to kind of swing them around and then place them back where we had them. Then we're going to take the wire over, switch hands. That's how I do it. You don't have to do that if that's uncomfortable for you. You can certainly find your way. And then we're just going to kind of center up that loop, and that looks pretty good. You can wire wrap with a tool here. You can wire wrap with your fingers. This is, I believe, 24 gauge head pin. So just sometimes with your tools, this smaller gauge wire, just, I don't know, it's easier to get that tension. And we want a nice crisp loop here. I mean wrap here. We want nice wraps here. We don't want anything. We want them nice and, I'm sorry if I was off camera. We want them nice and uniform. I'm a little, you know, picky with my, it's hard for me to do like messy wrap loops on purpose. If I do something and it comes out messy and I'm like, you know what? That's not too bad. I'm okay with it. But to purposely make, you know, messy wraps, it's hard for me. It's so hard for me. I don't know if it's that OCD. I don't know why. All right, so he's looking pretty good. This is what you should have. Little wrap guy with the loop. And then we are just simply going to take this jump ring and we are going to open it up. And here I go with my 5 million pliers, because they all have their own job to do and they all take their job very seriously. Big jump rings like this, I tend to open with my bigger pliers, because if I do it with these little skinny ones, I always open them up crooked. And then we're going to take our those pliers, and then we're just going to put them through like so. And now we are going to put on, and I guess it doesn't matter, I believe I put the shell on first. Now, This is two-sided, and this is the front side, but this side is flat, and I find that it lays nicer against the shell beads. Excuse me, I'm going to take a drink real quick, because my throat is like a desert, and you probably know why. Anyway, and then we're going to go ahead and we're going to throw this guy right on top. Right? And so that's what we have. And I'm just going to put this aside for right this second. Okay? Just going to put him aside. I didn't even have to put the jump ring on yet, but that's what we did there. Okay. So, now we're going to take our wire, and this is 22 gauge wire, at least that's, the tag says 24, but it's not. It's 22 gauge. I put the wrong tag on it. I have to tag my wire because I have, like, right now, literally, I've probably got about 5 unneededly open spools because I don't know what I was doing, but I didn't realize I had some that were open already, and then I opened some more, and then I threw, and then I thought I knew what gauge was what, and then I got confused. So then I had to open up more packages, you know, because I was like, okay, well, this package says 22 gauge, so I better open up this package so I can see what the other packages are. But here's the thing, right? Beadalon, they put these little plastic things on there because they don't want nobody getting in their wire, right? It's just so, you have to get in there with cutters because you can't, like, just move the wire and see, you have to cut it open. So now I've got all of these open spools of wire, and so I had to put little toe tags on them. And this toe tag is clearly not right. This is 22 gauge, but I've digressed long enough. So let's cut some wire, shall we? This is just a little glimpse into my into my idiosyncrasies. We're just being nice to ourselves right now. Okay, so we are going to cut about, I'm going to cut about 8 inches. That's probably a generous amount. You're probably not going to need anywhere near 8 inches. But y'all know I like to be safe. Oh, guys, don't forget to remind me that I wanted to show you. I might as well well, I'll show you after the earring. Danielle sent me some little love, Danielle Wicks. I don't know if you guys know, but, like, I do, I moderate and stuff for her lives. And so she sends me little prezzies here and there. And she sent me the new August mix, which I can't show you. And you can't get me to show you because I'm not, because Carol can be scary. And if she finds out that I'm showing y'all the bead mix before she does, she's going to have, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. But I can show you, she sent me July's mix as well, which I can show you. And she actually sent me the surfer, if you guys saw her Surfer Girl earrings tutorial, she sent me that Surfer Girl earrings kit, and I've never brick stitched in my life, but girl, we gonna learn. We gonna learn because we got the kit now, so we gonna learn. But I'm gonna put that link. I'll put the link for the Surfer Girl earrings. I'll put that in the description box. Guys, you have to see it. They're wild. They're so good. That Danielle Wicks is just like a cat hair just appeared. There's no cats in the vicinity. I don't understand. But yeah, that Danielle is just amazing, y'all. She's just amazing. And just one of the sweetest people I know. All right, so we are going to get we got our wire here. And like I said, I cut about 8 inches. You're probably not going to need that much. I know you're not going to need that much, but I like to be extra. So now we're going to go here and we're going to go about a quarter of a way down. Oh my God, I got that itch on my back again. What is this? Somebody have a Cupid doll of me? What is happening? And we're going to go ahead and we're going to bend that. So we're just going to make that into, we're just bending that. And is it me or these seed beads are just popping everywhere? What is it me? Am I hitting stuff and I don't realize it? And then we're going to take our pliers. And then we're going to be making a wrapped loop here. So taking our pliers, going over the mandrel, swinging it around, bringing this back over. Right? Switching hands if you want. And now we're just going to wrap here. I'm going to go about 3 wraps probably. So it's 1, 2, I think 3 should be good, right? Oh, there we go. Go ahead and take that off the tool. The tool, we're going to cut it. Right. And then we're just going to go ahead and kind of press him down a little bit so he's not poking up, right? But we're not smashing down. Don't ever smash the ends down. Okay, this is what you'll have. I'll just put it here for a second because my phone will eventually focus. All right, now we are going to put on one of these bead caps. Like I said, these bead caps, you don't necessarily have to use them. They're just here to protect the holes on this bead because, like I said, that one hole is already damaged. So, and these kind of, they're beautiful, but I think they're just really fragile. These kind of crystals, I think they're probably Chinese crystals, and there are some really good Chinese crystals out there, and these are beautiful. And I don't care where they come from. I don't care that they come from China. That doesn't bother me, but the lower quality ones will sometimes stress a little more at the holes, and you'll have that breakage. So that's why the bead caps are there. And like I said, they blend into the design. Okay, so this is where we have to come over here, and we kind of have to estimate, because now we're going to want to make about the same amount of wraps on that side. You can bring your pliers in here, and you can try to like measure this and do all that. So I just like to guess. I play a game with myself, and then if I get it right, I get really excited. Let me just fix this loop here. Okay. And if I get it right, I get just really excited. Like, how did I know that? All right, so let's see. So I'm making my grand guess now. Why does this seem like, oh, because that's sideways. Okay. I'm going with this. Are you sure that's where you want to go, Kyle? Maybe. I hope so. All right, so now we're just going to do the same exact thing on this side. We're going to bring the wire over, spin our mandrel around, put it back into place, bring this wire back over, and switch hands. And then we can go ahead and we can center up our loop here. Kind of do all that stuff we need to do. I guess that looks about right. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to wire wrap. So that's 1, 2, 3. Okay, so now we're coming around. Bring it all the way to the front after that third wrap. Take that off the tool. If you need to fix that loop, go ahead. This was not the best of my wrap loops, but we'll make it look great. Okay, so, and this is good because this is the side I want the beads to be on. Okay, so now you have this sticking out over here. You want to make sure you are going across the front of the bead and coming out over here. So now we're just going to go and we're going to load this guy up with some seed beads. Now you guys might be thinking to yourself, oh, it's kind of like a herringbone. Oh, that's what I wanted to get and I forgot. I wanted to show you guys this herringbone piece that I had worked on a while ago, and I'm just going to put them on with my fingers, okay? And I'm trying not to count anyway, but y'all know I count everything, but I'm not really counting. I'm just putting them on, and then we'll just see if, you know, how it fits around the wire. But yeah, I was going to bring out this piece because I was thinking about these earrings are kind of reminiscent of how you would do a herringbone wrap. And I meant to bring it out and I totally forgot, but that's okay. I am not the best at herringbone, but I will teach that if there's anybody that's never done it before. You see how I'm just like dropping seed beads? I think at this point I've dropped more than I've put on here, if we're being honest. Am I even in frame? Yes, because God forbid you see Carl actually put a bead on there. Like, look out, Carl, you almost missed. All right, so we are bringing this to the front, and now we just kind of push those beads all the way up until to the very beginning of that wrap. Now we're just going to kind of mold the beads over the side here, pressing down with our fingers and molding that over. And it looks like I definitely have one too many, so we'll go ahead and we'll take that one off. And I might have to take this one off, though I don't think so. No, that looks good. Okay, so now we're going to take this wire and we're going to bring it around to the back, right, like this. And then we're going to do a full wrap around the bottom of that bead while you're, whatever that word was, but while you are holding this down. So we're making sure that this stays in place. So while you do that wrap, make sure you're holding this down to the bead. So then you should have something like this. And it looks pretty close to that one. And we're just going to flip it around like this, so then we can do mirror earrings. Show of hands, who else is like super retentive about their earrings? You know, you would think I would have the word earrings down by now. Who like their earrings to mirror each other. I'm a big fan of that. All right, so I'm just fixing stuff up around here. This is probably a little, I don't know. I need to stop being so picky. I think that looks great. Okay. We're going to come back here and we're going to clip this. We're going to snippety-doo-dah her right off. And see, like I told you, you didn't need that much wire. There's, you know, what was that, 8 inches? You could probably do that with a good 7. Probably 6 even. But I find sometimes, and we're just putting the ends down here. I find that sometimes though, if I don't have enough wire, I like freak out a little bit. And so I would rather just not freak out, you know. Okay, just try to tuck that end right in there. Okay. And then we're just going to fix up this loop a little bit, because he was kind of making a U-turn from the wrong lane. And there we go. So now this is where we're going to take this guy off. See, this is why you didn't have to do the jump ring yet, because we're going to go ahead and put it on now. So you're going to go ahead and attach that piece. And then, okay, we're going to close this jump ring. But I'm going to have to grab my other pliers, because oh, that was my cat. Did you? He almost fell off the chair. I have Oliver's in the back of my chair, and he almost fell off. Yeah, go ahead and close that. Oh my goodness. Okay. Back and forth, never open, like never back and forth. Just, okay, that looks good. That's our earring there. And then we're just going to go ahead and we're going to take our ear wire, open her up. You guys can certainly always make your own ear wires. Go ahead and insert the ear wire, close her down, and there we go. There is our second pair of earrings from the free beads that we got from Brittany. So those are super beautiful. Love those. And then here are our other earrings. I mean, guys, you know, like when people send you free stuff because they appreciate you, you know, going to their business and doing the thing, then you should make the earrings and show them that you appreciate them sending you the beads. There they go. There they are. All right, but I did want to show you real quick. So if you guys haven't seen, this is the seed bead mix that is the current seed bead mix over there at Danielle Wicks. You know, this is the one that they've been working on, and I finally got some, so I'm so excited. Look at that color. What is the name of this? Ocean and Sky. That's what that one's called. And they will be releasing this coming Saturday. They will be releasing the new seed bead mix, which I'm sworn to secrecy, cannot tell you anything about other than the fact it's amazing. And then she also sent me this little kit for the Surfer Girl. So there were these the things that you brick stitch onto, so that should be a journey. And I guess this is a fire polish strand. I'm assuming this is in there somewhere in that kit. And then the moons, the Surfer Girl moons. These are so cool. Oh, I was so excited when I saw that. Look how cool those are. Yeah. So I'm gonna try brick stitch, guys. I'm really gonna try because it's something I want to learn how to do. And I can show you. She also sent me stickers. Oh my God, look how cute they are. Look at the fish and the dolphins. Oh, so cute. I love stickers so much. So yeah, friends. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and making some earrings. I hope you guys are making earrings out, you know, every so often. Maybe go through your stash, pick out a couple beads and just play around with them and say, hey, I'm just going to make a couple pair of earrings. And it's therapeutic, man. Just beading in general, right? Just being creative and doing that whole creative thing and putting your mind, push all the day-to-day drama out of your life just for a little while and just play with beads and see what happens. And I would bet to say that it would probably be something pretty magical, guys. So yeah, I think these earrings are pretty magical, right? I think those are magical as heck. Yeah. So right on. All right, friends. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll be seeing you guys real soon, okay? All right. Be good to each other, guys, and stay well. Till next time. Bye.